So these are valves. Anyhow, this view won't be there in the cadavers. What you are seeing, so you need not worry. These are all like very thing, very much other aspects. Try to observe the coronary vessels also. We know, like from the aorta, we have right coronary artery, which is running in the atrioventricular sulcus. This is marginal artery, and we know, like right coronary artery comes behind like this. Okay. Crux of the heart is an area where you will see the anastomosis of right and left coronary artery. As Hema was telling, right coronary artery continues in the posterior interventricular sulcus, like this. Okay, that is. So corresponding vein you have there, that is middle cardiac vein. And greatest venous channel which you are seeing from behind is the coronary sinus. So that was the right coronary artery. Right coronary artery gives majorly all these small branches you try to observe. It gives branch to SA node, right atrium, right ventricle. Few branches also go to left atrium, left ventricle. Then this is so much actually we have already studied about these coronary arteries. I'm just labeling them now, not going much in detail. Left coronary artery, just observe this. Okay. So one thing it is just going behind, that is circumflex branch, and the one which is running anteriorly is anterior interventricular artery. Okay, from the anterior interventricular artery you have this lateral branch is also seen. Okay. Then this is behind, you can see the journey of left coronary artery, how it comes. Okay. All these are not required for tomorrow's dissection. Mm. So your lung has been removed and you are being shown the pleura, costal part, diaphragmatic part, and the cervical part of the pleura. Three different colors have been shown. This is the costodiaphragmatic recess, the empty space, how nicely it is shown. The outermost outline is the parietal pleura, closely investing lung is the visceral pleura. Isn't it? Is the costodiaphragmatic recess. Actually, we can approach liver for biopsy by entering into this particular intercostal space. Okay, without damaging lung. Then once you remove the rib cage, you will see heart is seen somewhere in the middle like this with fibrous pericardium. Exactly only this much area of heart only you can palpate, in fact. Rest all will be lungs only. Okay. So you can see right lung is showing 3 lobes, left lung is showing 2 lobes. Right lung will show, left lung will show along its anterior border, cardiac notch. This tongue-shaped projection is lingula. Okay. So this is how you have to remove the lung so as to expose the heart. How many efforts have been put, you see, like in order to expose the heart. Okay. So heart has been removed here. You are only finding the structures of posterior mediastinum here. Okay, lungs are intact. Into the hilum of lung, you are finding the entry of right pulmonary veins, left pulmonary veins. You are finding towards the right side the right principal bronchus dividing into eparterial bronchus and hyparterial bronchus, isn't it? Then towards the left side, the left bronchus directly enters as left principal bronchus. Okay, these pinkish ones are the 4 pulmonary veins, and the violet one is pulmonary trunk going as pulmonary artery. We know pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood, pulmonary veins carry oxygenated blood, isn't it? So now see, this is the, when you just hold the lungs, it will have certain surfaces and borders. This surface, whatever you are seeing, is the costal surface, and this surface which is resting on diaphragm is the diaphragmatic surface. Okay, this is apex of the lung and this is base of the lung. Okay, when you just look at the right lung, first of all, you should check for the borders. This border, which is like this quite sharp, it will be, that is the anterior border. Behind, a little bit long and lengthy, you will have posterior border. Between the anterior and posterior border, whole area is medial surface, which has been further subdivided into mediastinal surface and the vertebral surface. Okay, this mediastinal surface will show you the hilum. In the hilum, you just check for the hardness of structures. That hardness of structures is actually showing you the bronchus, the eparterial bronchus and the hyparterial bronchus. Okay, in the right lung. Above, you will see the pulmonary artery. Though it is artery, it is shown in blue color because it will carry deoxygenated blood. As you come down, you have two set of veins. These are little collapsed in consistency. Always you should check for the thickness of these vessels when you just check. When you go to the dissection hall, these are the pulmonary veins. Okay, this is the pulmonary ligament. Now other impressions you have, like, because this is right lung, no, so right lung will have the impressions of right atrium, right ventricle. From this right ventricle, what are the various blood vessels we have? Into the right atrium, what is opening? You will have the opening of superior vena cava. Lower down, you will have the opening of inferior vena cava. Towards superior vena cava, you will also have impressions of right and left brachiocephalic veins. Okay, behind you have right vagus and right phrenic, tracheal impression and esophageal impression. What you have studied theoretically for lung, try to appreciate in the specimen also. For left lung, this is the anterior border, this is cardiac notch, lingula, this is posterior border. Again, check for the hilum contents. You have only one bronchus, left principal bronchus, this is pulmonary artery, and two veins, superior and inferior pulmonary veins. Left side, you will have left atrium, left ventricle. Okay, we know from left ventricle aorta is coming. No, this impression will be very nice because aorta is quite big and it shows such a groove over here. This nice groove you can appreciate when you check in the true lung, when you see in the dissection hall. Arch of aorta and descending thoracic aorta. Arch of aorta, you should check for the structures like brachiocephalic trunk, left common carotid and left subclavian. Higher up, you will see the impression for the trachea, esophagus. Okay, theoretically, we say we have impressions for the left vagus and left phrenic nerves also. Okay, the chest X-ray, lungs will be radiolucent. That means light rays are just passing. They are not observed as you find with heart. Anyhow, radiology we will discuss later. And bronchopulmonary segments are basically important theoretically. Okay. Okay, beta. Now see respiratory mechanics or physiology. We are not bothered. Tracheobronchial tree and bronchopulmonary segments is important theoretically. 10 bronchopulmonary segments of right and left side you learn from the textbook. Okay, that completes the thorax. So just I will also open once Netter's atlas. So that was themes, no? So now we will try to check few pictures from Netter's atlas and we will stop with thorax today. We will see abdomen tomorrow. In fact, Netter's atlas pictures we have seen many times, but still, just look at this. These are Netter's pictures are always like very much catching and much better. You appreciate the things much better in Netter's atlas. Only thing is theory aspect is not given. No, that's why first I have taken themes. Okay. So again, you just check what are the things you have in the thoracic cage, pectoralis major, minor. Once you remove, you have intercostal muscles. Okay. Is the posterior aspect of the anterior thoracic wall, which you are seeing from behind. Okay. Transversus thoracis muscle, you are finding this is the internal mammary artery. Intercostal muscles. Okay. Van structures in each space. Intercostal vein, artery, and nerve, one below the other. The distribution. This is diaphragm, heart with pericardium, lungs. This picture is actually misleading. The heart was shown as a small area in that book, no themes. That was only the correct picture. This much area we don't see usually when you open the thoracic cage for heart. So this pleura has been reflected to see the lungs inside. Okay. Here all things are nicely labeled. These are the hilar structures, pulmonary ligament, and various impressions. Okay. So this is right lung and just check for the impressions. This is left lung, again check for the impressions. Okay. So bronchopulmonary segments, 10 in each lung. Here heart has been removed so that you are seeing the posterior mediastinum contents. Same thing. So heart is there along with pericardium. Pericardium is intact. Next picture, pericardium is cut. Next picture, heart is removed. See, same thing, you are just pulling and cutting the great vessels. Once you remove, you are finding the pericardium from its posterior aspect with the sinuses, transverse sinus and oblique sinus. Okay, coronary blood vessels. This is the right atrium which is opened, and you can see interatrial septum picture is much better in Nettercephalus. Okay, this is right ventricle, tricuspid valve, chordae tendineae, papillary muscle, supraventricular crest, and conus arteriosus. Okay, these are the semilunar valves which you see at the pulmonary trunk. So similarly, you have left ventricle also, where we have bicuspid valve, or also called as mitral valve. Again, two cusps, chordae tendineae, papillary muscles. Okay. Same pictures, but here the picture quality is much better in Nettercephalus. Okay. So these are same pictures there and here, beta. This is posterior mediastinum again. You have trachea, esophagus. Descending thoracic aorta and posterior intercostal arteries, esophagus, trachea, and its bifurcation. Check for intercostal veins which form the azygous, hemiazygous, and accessory azygous system of veins. Thoracic duct also you need to observe. It is all sympathetic chain on either side and branches of vagus and phrenic nerves. Okay, that's it. Okay, beta.